All right, tomorrow the Office of the Legislative Auditor is releasing another component of this CCAP situation we have going on. For those of you unfamiliar, there's rampant fraud that was exposed by a whistleblower named Scott Stillman. I'm going to try and explain the CCAP program because I feel like people don't understand it, so it's this weird mystical creature that no one can explain, and that's actually not accurate. We can explain it. It's just the question is, why hasn't anyone done this before? And the answer, in my opinion, is duh. They like to hide things from people. So here we go. I will drop all of these links as well as inserting this form of mine that I'm going to use into a Google spreadsheet to show this to you. But I'll drop all those links on the posting with this video. So, in anticipation of tomorrow's release, let's get into this. First of all, there was a legislative task force on access to affordable childcare. This report is 57 pages long. This report was released on January 15th of 2017. These are the members of said task force. They went around the state. I attended one out near Worthington. Talks about all sorts of stuff in here. Their timeline, their themes, their work plan, their numbers, the shortage, the cost of families, the CCAP program, regulatory infrastructure, background, child care development block grant requirements, statistics. There's a ton of stuff in here. I highly encourage you to go down, and it talks about counties who have families on the waiting list and all their recommendations, and you will be so excited to find that a lot of recommendations weren't actually used. But it explains licensing, all of the requirements at that time, all of these recommendations, all the way down. So I will post that link. These are the results of the 2014 Child Care Market Rate Survey. And you can feel free to scroll through that too, and in here it explains how they come to these rates. I will just take a moment to pause here and point out one thing that I'm going to disclose at the end of this. Do you notice these areas in red? They are the highest price cluster, cluster 4. The majority of chains are located in the red areas. And how the child care market rates are set is they send you a postcard, they ask for your rates. Last time 65% of family and child care center providers participated, and then they use those rates that you submit, not knowing or have vetted if they're actually true. You could be inflating your rates for all they know. They use them to set the market rates. Now, what would be the more intelligent thing to do is to pull from the already existing pool of data that each county holds on the centers who utilize the Child Care Assistance Program, because you have to sign a document stating that all of the aforementioned information is true and insert all of these rates there at the county level. How would we spend more tax dollars when we already have that information available to us? I know, because our state is a cluster, just like this says. Moving on down, we have family child care. Again, I will drop these links, but notice that the colors are different. We've got all sorts of different pricing, higher and lower based on different counties. The whole system is a cluster. What they do with those results then is they take them, and again, I will drop this over there, and they stratify them from highest to lowest, and then they come up with the 25th percentile, which is where the rates are. So about 115 from highest to lowest. What they want to do right now in the legislature, the Democrats want to raise it to the 75th percentile because that's what the federal guidelines say. Yes, let's do that in the middle of fraud, said no one ever. Alright, close out of that so it's out of the way. Now, we have the following. When you are a family who is interested in utilizing assistance, and you can read through this as well, there are co-payment schedules. You, as a family, let's say a family of 3, a family can consist of, for example, a family of 3 could be 2 working parents and 1 child, or 1 working parent and 2 children. So the entrance level means that when you apply, let's say you apply in February of 2017, you may not be making more than $39,455. A year later, they will redetermine your co-payments and if you still qualify, and you can't be making more than $56,244. At any point in time, if you make over $71,354, you get bumped out of this system. the more money you make, the higher your copayment is. So you can pay a copayment of $303 for every 2 weeks of childcare if you make $56,245 to $71,354. We're going to come back to this shortly. Then we have these different rates. No quality differential means that the provider is not participating in the voluntary parent-aware program, which, as most of us now know, is rigged. Now we'll get to that in a moment. These are the rates for those who get a 15% quality differential and have a 3-star parent-aware rating, so they get 15% higher than those who are not participating in the voluntary program. These are the rates for those who have a 4-star rating and are 20% higher than the base rates of those who are not participating in this voluntary program. Okay. This is a short subject which explains the Child Care Assistance Program and its federal roots. Very informative and awesome. The research department at the Minnesota House is nonpartisan, and it does a lot of these little briefs and short subjects, they're called, actually, and they're really, really, really helpful. Okay, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Here's what everyone wants to know that no one seems to want to talk about, so let's do this. People keep saying, and it is accurate, that there's a problem with the flawed parent-aware system because you're skewing families to choose a higher-rated center in a voluntary program that's supposedly higher quality. We'll address the if it's higher quality in a little bit. But first of all, we're going to do this. We're going to say that the county is Blue Earth County. We're going to say that the family is a family of 3 consisting of 1 parent and 2 children, one of whom is an infant and a preschooler. And the income is $33,536. So we go over here and we look for the $33,000 range right here. Checking. $33,536. So we're looking for $33,536 right here. So the co-payment for the family would be $54 because you follow it across. All right, $54. The co-payment doesn't change based on provider type. So we're going to enter this in to all of the boxes. 54. 54, 54, 54. All right, now, I spoke with a family who utilizes family child care, and they pay $150 a week for infant care, $115 per week for preschool care in Blue Earth County. There are 2 weeks per payment cycle, so we're going to multiply that. $530 tuition for an infant and a preschooler for 2 weeks in Blue Earth. Take that information and copy it over. Okay, now, here comes the fun part. An infant rate is $118.31 per week. This comes from this sheet over here because this is the one that has no quality differential. You go to the family child care provider weekly rate, $118.31. We're going to multiply that by 2 because there's 2 weeks in these billing cycles for the county. $236.62. We do the same thing with preschool, which I've already pulled over from the other page, $220.84. These are payments, so they need to be negative because they're paying on behalf of the family. Okay, that means the parents would have a total of $126.54 out of pocket after these rates were paid. Now it gets interesting. So as a 3-star parent-aware rated center, families can access a $5,000 grant per child if they have a preschooler, and if they have a preschooler, their other child also gets a $5,000 grant. That covers what the copayment doesn't cover. Are you seeing already how they're going to try and steer parents to go to these rated programs? As of 2020, only 3- and 4-star rated programs can get these grants. So not only do they have a higher CCAP rate, 15% differential, which comes, again, from this sheet. We pulled those numbers and put them into this spreadsheet over here. So not only do they have that, they have a scholarship to cover the rest. So let's do this quickly. $136.06 per week times 2 weeks, $272.12. $272.12. Same for the preschool rate, $253.96. And again, those are payments on behalf of the family, so minus, goofed up my formula there. Yay for technology. 272.12. Okay, the out-of-pocket after assistance would be $57.92. But they get to take that amount and they get to bill it to the grant. The grant will pay $57.92, bringing their out-of-pocket to $0. Now, remember, each child gets $5,000 on average. Sometimes they rate for less, award for less than that, but I've literally never seen that happen. $5,000. So this is for a 2-week cycle. We know that there are 26 times 2 is 52 weeks in a year. 26 weeks times $57.92 is a total $1,505.92. That family will never pay everything out of pocket. Move over here. Same scenario. This is for the 4-star parent-aware rated programs. An accredited program and public schools get an accelerated pathway and are pretty much guaranteed this. So, $141.97 times 2, $283.94. And then the same preschool, $132.50, $265. Again, $35.06. Multiply that, what you're going to bill to the grant for the 26 pay periods a week, or a year, $911.56. So you're not utilizing all of your grant there either. They're paying nothing. Look at, if you don't have a voluntary rating, families are paying $126.54. If they have these ratings, they're getting grants. They're not paying anything out of pocket. That's why they're steering families. Even without these grants, let's say these grants didn't exist. Let's take that sham program of a grant system out. They're still steering. Obviously, you're going to want to pay less. I mean, we're talking about $126.54 and times 26 periods a year. You're either paying almost $3,300 a year versus $1,500 over here, or $911, less than $1,000. Obviously, you're going to go this direction. Let's apply that same theory to centers. Average center cost in Mankato or Blue Earth County is about, let's go with, well, about $200 is what I've seen now. Preschool is still around $180. 2 weeks in a year, boom, $760. All right, move this over. We're leaving all of what the family makes and everything the same. And now you can go and see $157 for an infant as a non-rated center. You go back over to these and pull them. It's a non-rated center, childcare, $157. You can go back and double check my numbers, but now you know where they're coming from over here. All right, so let's plug these in. 157 times 2, $314. 135 times 2, $270. Family pays $230 a week, or every 2 weeks. So about $5,980 a year. Okay, over to here. This is the 15% if you have a 3-star rated program. Remember, these kids are getting grants. So you have $180.55, so $361.11. Then $155.25. $310.50. Okay, a family's paying $142.39. Let's say there's no grant available. That's $3702.14. Oops. A year. Obviously, they're going to go this direction even without a grant. But the thing is, there's grants available. So $142.39 times 26 pay periods. This family is going to use $3702.14. Oh, sorry, did that wrong. They're going to use $142.39 per pay period, bringing their total to 0. Scenario 4, 4-star rated center. $188.40 a week, $376.80. Enter that in. Then we have $162 times 2, $324. They're paying $113.20 every 2 weeks, so about less than $75 a week per child for childcare in a center. But now they can bill the grant at the 4-star rating. It's $7,500 per child over 3, and if you have a younger sibling and one of the siblings is over 3, they both get it. So we're talking about $15,000. 113 times the 26 billing cycles in a year is $2,943.20, but the grant's going to cover that. So that will go bye-bye. Obviously, we are going to steer people toward the 4-star parent-aware rated centers. Here's where it gets really fun. Let's just take a little peek-see here on the old parent-aware website. Parent-aware. Boom. If you go on the parent-aware website, you can be a parent and you can search for care or for programs. If you want to learn more about it as a program, why get a rating? Who will help me? Earn a rating. Is your program eligible? There are different rating eligibility requirements based on your program, including public school, accredited, and non-accredited. We go over here. To see if your program is eligible for a parent-aware rating, they must meet certain basic child safety health standards. Here we go. First of all, does anyone read and proofread anymore? Centers? How about centers? And family child care programs licensed with the Minnesota Department of Human Services must not have licensing sanctions, including conditional license, temporary immediate suspension, revocation, or a maltreatment determination. Right here. Maltreatment determination. Cool story, all the feels. Let's take a little popsy over here. Well, wouldn't you know it, this happens to be a franchise center. Has 66 locations. And speaking of typos, I pulled their maltreatment information because I'm trying to prove a point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 different counts of maltreatment out of their locations, and one of them just opened. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Now, as of this current pulling in time, only 65 of their locations had a 4-star parent-aware rating because one of them just opened. So, 21 over 65 equals, and then we do the math before Common Core existed. 32.3% of their centers, 32.31%, because this is a 7 and this needs to be a 1 because not Common Core math, have maltreatment. Well, that's interesting. Guess what? They did not lose their parent-aware rating, which means this entire time they have been paid at a higher level since each case of maltreatment occurrence, so since 2015, that is May of 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, almost 4 years at this location. They've been getting paid a higher CCAP rate. And then the same thing since 2017, 2016, 2017, 2018. Why are our tax dollars funding that? I was told when I was investigated that if we would have received maltreatment, which we were cleared from a 3.5-foot fall from a playground slide, which again was the catalyst for me looking into all of this, and then eventually meeting Molly, who is all over this with me now too, is what the heck? I was told I would lose my rating. Well, some people are being held to a different standard because hello, campaign finance. So why do we have programs like this? Are they really safe? If this many of them have this many different documentations, you can go on and you can look up license numbers. Here, I'll show you. License number, the type, and they'll show you the address, all of this different stuff. Here, let's just pull one. Let's go and look up licensing quickly. Licensing lookup. You can go in here, you can enter a specific name, a city, county, license type, all, or you can choose child care center. Let's just do a search. There are 1,825 licenses. 1,780 of them are active. Let's click on one. Let's click on one that's... Are any of these closed? Ooh, they pull the closed ones. Revoked. Anoka's was revoked. Here. Let's look at the revoked one. Got put on a conditional license. This would be considered a negative action. Is it going to pull it up? The other day I was researching at night and they put something about it on social media and then their site went down here. Sometimes you get put on a conditional license. Look at this. 41 violations, 22 repeat. Since 2007, this just went on and on and on. One violation, then more and more and more until we hit 41. But what's also interesting is this timeline. I mean, we're going back to 2007. I get that this is a lot of violations and 21 were repeat, but you've got to go in and dig and see what was in there. But all of these things are posted on here. Gotta grab my charger quick. Alright, so you can go and explore all of these. And actually, since the audit's going to be released tomorrow, I'll go ahead and tell you right now, this is how you're going to find what the auditor was talking about with fraud. He, in the fraud report, said the top 150 licensed centers, top 150 highest paid centers, top 150 centers, 67% of them when referring to fraud and how, I'm failing here. Okay. Of the 150 centers who had the highest payments by the Child Care Assistance Program, it ate up 67% of the CCAP funding. Of the top 100 highest programs, it ate up 51% of the total budget. So to find them and who has the highest capacity, what you do is you export this into a file. And it will pull them all. Then what you do is you sort and filter them. By their capacity. Oh, come on. Sort and filter. Filter. Sort, actually custom sort. We want them to be sorted by their capacity, largest to smallest, because yellow. This is where it gets fun. Check this out. Did you know that we have child care centers in this state that are licensed for over 500 kids? 1, 2, 3. These ones up here are ones that are closed, so we're going to get rid of them. Boom. Alright, now you can bump this over. And you can scroll on down to the 101 right here. This is where the top 100 end. 172 kids. You can scroll up then, whoop, and watch it grow. Or you can scroll down to the 150. Remember, the top highest paid centers, there were 150 of them, they utilize 67% of the child care assistance funding. That's what the auditor said. So we're talking about centers that have 157 kids, and you can scroll up and you can see who they all are, and you can just keep on scrolling. Then, if you're really interested, you can go pull transparency reports county by county. That's really fun, but we're not going to do that right now because we don't have time, and I don't want to make this go on too much longer. So, at the end of the day, to recap, I will post all these links. This explains how families can access it. We have the different market rates, non-rated, meaning they didn't choose to participate in the Parent Aware, 15% higher for 3 and 4-star rating. This is the 20% higher for 4-star rating. And then the short subjects from the Child Care Assistance Program. I will also post a link to a Google Doc form that you can download, if it will let me, and you can plug and play with numbers. And you can go in and find out, those of you who are math people like I am, you can plug and play and find out how our money's being spent in this state. It's going to give you all the feels.